Hey everyone, this is Steve with Collider. We are here at Sundance in Park City, and I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsor, Film EO, because without Film EO, we would not be here. Sundance is expensive to cover, and they are allowing us to support indie movies and Krazy House, you know what I mean? And I just want to say that Filmio is shattering the boundaries of movie making by placing the power to greenlight films in the hands of creators and fans. And you can learn a lot more about them by visiting their website, film.io. Yes, I do support our sponsors. So listen, I want to start with your film is pretty crazy. I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to say I love watching things where I really don't know what the is going to happen in the next scene. So how have actually you been describing this to people?
Not so, because I hate pitching. So we wrote it, and we had a script, and then we showed people.
Oh no, I meant like. Oh, I'm so sorry. The way I said that was terrible. For people that don't know anything about the movie, like the people watching. Yes. I'm so sorry. I butchered the way that thing was. For people don't know anything about the movie, how have you been describing it to like friends and family?
I just keep it really simple. It's a 90s sitcom that really just goes mental.
Yeah, that's 100% true. It's like you threw a bomb on the set of Full House.
Literally. Yeah.
They literally did that. Yeah.
The thing I've been wanting to know is because the film starts like for no one's seen it yet, but the film starts like a sitcom. But by the end, like, and I'm not spoiling when I say this, like the sets get pretty messed up.
So did you? Dirty,
yeah. Did you film this in order?
Yes, we shot in sequence, and it was because of that, because we built the whole sitcom set, and slowly it gets destroyed. So it was really sad when the set was torn down, and it was like losing a house. It was really hard for us, all of us, I think.
I definitely want to ask the cast this. Like, I'm sure you guys have read a bunch of scripts. What was it actually like reading this script, and how much did like your agent or someone tell you about it, and how much were you discovering on the page? What the hell is this movie, and where is it going?
Well, my agent called and said, you've got to read this script, and it's crazy. I think he said it's fucking crazy, and you're gonna love it. And so I read it really fast, and then I really enjoyed the script. I mean, you just can't stop turning the page, and you have no idea what's gonna happen, and it's just so weird and so interesting. And I loved the part. And then I saw their film. Flip and Stefan made a film called Ron the Stuntman, which I thought was really good, and his brother is fantastic in it, and just really interesting and so warped their brains. I love this. There's this one part of that movie where this is my favorite part, but it's really bad. But the guy, he catches his wife having sex with some stranger or some guy from the bar, and he's taking a friend. He's taking her from behind, and then he stops for a second, and then he just slowly continues as he's standing there. Has no respect for him at all, and that was very interesting. So, like, who are these people? And then I met them on a FaceTime, and they were so cute and so adorable and lovely, and I just wanted to come play with them. So here we are.
That is so not the answer I expected in any way, shape, or form, and I love it. I absolutely love it, because that's also so representative of this film where you like, I watch a lot of movies, and I know you, and I want to hear your answers too, but I watch a lot of movies. I truly didn't know what the next scene was going to be when I was watching this, which is great. That was my fault. I'm very sorry. So for the two of you, what was it like reading the script and your reaction to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's such a trip. It's such a cool trip. And knowing Stefan and Flip's prior or work that they did before this, I had I have a lot of respect and like happiness for them. Meaning, like, I just think the shit they make is so cool. So I was reading it with them in mind and thinking, whoa, I don't get it. I want to do it.
There were lots of questions, huh?
Yes, lots of questions.
Yeah, but we discussed right away.
And we discussed and not everything had an answer, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, so how? Yeah, it's just, okay, cool. A lot
exactly.
of that. Yeah. But does it have to make sense? I mean, psychologically, no, don't even go there. Okay, cool, let's go. Yeah.
I remember reading it and then not fully understanding it. But then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna prepare for the role itself and let the script be whatever. And then I came on set. And I started reading I had to learn the lines, you know, and then I figured out how it was the craziest thing I've ever shot, I think. And I saw so many weird things as well. You see like grown people doing so many weird things on a weird movie like that.
Grown people doing weird things.
You know what I mean? Like you don't see stuff like that every day. You never actually.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and also, what I don't. This isn't a spoiler, but like I enjoyed seeing Nick Frost basically covered in blood for like I don't know how long, but a lot of that movie.
He didn't.
What?
He didn't enjoy that.
Oh, I'm sure he
Being
didn't.
covered with blood.
No, that
I mean,
is.
he loved the idea, of course.
Yeah.
But practically,
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
it's sticky.
No, and you have to be in it all the time, and then get it. Oh my God, it's a whole nother thing.
But he didn't complain once. Like he didn't complain once.
Oh come on, that's not true.
Not true at all.
No. Well, I didn't hear it anyway.
We always complain.
Right, I was gonna be like, come
So
on.
fun.
Yeah. I am so curious though, from what you guys wrote when you first were writing this idea down, you do the script. How much is it exactly what you envisioned on screen, and how much changed along the way due to film? You know, the shit that happens on set, or you couldn't do. You know what I mean? Like how inception to finished product.
I mean, inception. So when we start writing, it sort of evolves and escalates. So it's not like we have the complete thing in our minds. We just start the process, and then all ideas add up. And Flip and me really work together we are like a different entity in a way. I mean, it's not a Stefan film, it's not a Flip film. It's really a Stefan and Flip film. So that's in the writing process. But when we have the script, the finished script. That's almost exactly like the finished product. And that's always with our things because we really want it a certain way, or we need it a certain way, and it's just we just make what we love, and there's no censorship or something like that. So, but always when you have something in mind, it is kind of crazy, but you get used to it, of course, because you're working on a script and then you see it for the first time in the scene with the actors. Then you're like, holy shit, this is what we wrote. Yeah. Ah, fuck. Okay. Yeah. This is beautiful. And it's even more than we sort of envisioned in a way. So yeah, it was. I mean, that's one of the most fun parts, to see the scenes or to hear the lines for the first time with the actors. That's the extra layer that makes it like, totally bonkers.
I'm curious for the cast. You obviously you saw the shooting schedule. You know what you had to do. What was the day that you had circled in your brain in terms of I cannot wait to film this, or oh my effing God, I don't want to film this? You know what I mean? Maybe they would say blood.
Can we spoil or can we not spoil?
Let's try to talk around the spoilers.
Oh, but
You know
the
what I mean?
wink that happens to my character, which is quite obvious. Once you'll see the movie, you'll know what I mean. I was like, what? Oh, okay, cool. That's weird. Let's do it. You'll definitely know.
You will
what I mean.
definitely know when
Yes.
you see the movie.
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
You?
I don't know if I can say with all the, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's going to be in the trailer, I guess.
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah. All the amounts of drugs that I had to do as the character. That was really fun. Yeah.
You have a very special moment at the end. At the end, we're doing, when the credits roll, there's a very special moment with his character. And that's where they drew a line for us. Yeah. We were doing this improv bit, and we were all just doing crazy things and assumed that everything was up for grabs because given the state of the film we just made. But apparently incest wasn't okay. So he drew the line.
in this movie, in our story world, it didn't fit. It didn't work.
That didn't fit.
So this was the line in the sand.
This was the line.
This was it. Yeah.
One of the lines.
It was interesting that it was found. But thanks for that.
So let's talk also about the fact that because this is a 90s sitcom, it has a theme song. So let's talk about writing a theme song, or how'd you discover this, figuring out what you wanted?
It needed to be something with the word Krazy House in it. that was, and we of course were inspired by all the Family Matters, Cheers, all the Full House, and it's with the drums. There's always these special drums in there. Our composer Michiel Marsman just started to go for it. It was sort of a carte blanche in a way. I mean, we had all these sitcom intros that we sent him, like, all right, this is the sound, this is the vibe, and he totally nailed it. First, we had an electronic version that was just as a ref, just for on the set, because we needed the song on the set. And then he started getting these saxophone players and making it just really over the top. It's
I literally thought you said a sex phone.
Me too.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to say saxophone. How do you say it? How do you say that?
Saxophone?
Saxophone.
Yeah.
It still sounds the same.
It sounds like sex
Sexy
phone.
phone.
Yeah, but still.
Sexy phone. I like that. That's good.
So it's really sexy.
So I love throwing a curveball sometimes during like an interview, and this is my curveball for you guys. You've all done other projects besides this one. If someone has never seen anything you've done before, what is the first thing you'd like them watching and why?
It's Krazy House tonight, because it premieres. Yeah, fuck. It's the last film. It's our magnus opus. It's really proud. It's great. Everyone should see it.
Sure, but like you've made other films.
I made other films.
I know. Believe me, I know. And so you know what I mean. Like I like it's like a way of mentioning something from your resume in the past. Don't all go at once.
So crazy house-minded.
Okay, we can move on.
It's so great.
Do you have something?
Well, I have something that I really like that nobody saw, so
Let's
that
do
makes
it.
me sad.
Yes.
Requin.
Okay.
I mean, some people saw it. It's such a little genre movie. The effects are a little funny, but it's it's such a good movie. Otherwise,
But that's actually what I like is that when people can like mention something, and if someone's watching this interview, they might be like, "Let me go check that out."
yeah.
Yes.
You know. Anyway, I'll switch to something
We
else.
should probably ask our reps. What do we all think that we should say?
I'm working this in because, like I mentioned at the beginning, we're only here because of Filmio. And so I want to read this because I think it's a really great question. Filmio is all about putting the power to green light films in the hands of creators. And to lean into that a little bit, can each of you name someone who empowered you on a past project, someone who believed in you and put the creative power in your hands when you didn't expect it? And it could have been on this.
Good question.
When you didn't expect it, because I must say that
When you direct
Always
something, you
expect
expect to be in power.
yes.
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 But we got this trust from our producer, Maarten Zwart, and he was always on our side. So this is Flip and mine, our fifth film together, and he was with all of these projects, and he was always, okay, guys, just let's go all in. It's your thing. We're gonna do it, and he totally believed in us always. And it paid out. So it's that's a great. I'm really thankful for that. That's an awesome way to work together. So, yeah, he's pretty important.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
So just wait. Sorry, my brain is working really slow. Like just something. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Can you name someone who empowered you on a past project, someone who believed in you and put
When you didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have someone. Tim Milans. He cast me for Peaky Blinders, and it was a huge leap for him because that was a big show in England, and I'm Dutch. So he's the first one who tried to do something English with me, and I'm very grateful for that because that pushed me in a whole new country direction. So he's cool, I think.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
No, definitely.
He's really freaking cool.
I think Sophie Holland. She's a casting director, and she never actually cast me in anything, but she always pushes me to the last few. And then someday I'll get a part, hopefully, from that. But she, no, I like her. She always keeps like
Pushing.
she has a lot of love for me, which is like, oh, okay, thank you. You know. There you go.
That's
There you
Sure.
go.
I think that there's been a lot of those moments, but the most recent one is when Benicio Del Toro wanted me to be his wife in Reptile, and I didn't see that coming. You know, I hired him 27 years ago to be in excess baggage with me, and then he hired me just recently to do this, so it was a real surprise, and I just never even occurred to me that we would work together again.
I don't mean to dive into this, but I thought Grant did such a great job with the material, and I thought you and Benicio were fantastic together.
Thank you.
I so believed in your relationship.
Thank you.
You know, and if you haven't seen Reptile, you know, just throwing that out there. It streams on some Netflix thing, you know. I think people have heard of it. So
some people have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
love talking about the editing process because where it all comes together. So talk a little bit about like editing this film and maybe how it possibly changed in the editing room, or the way it tweaks, how things can change in the editing room, or does it not change with you guys at all?
Yeah, there was. I mean, it's nuance mostly in the end. So it's really. I mean, yeah, in a way we're really predictable. We write something and then we shoot it and then we edit it like that. And because we do so much preparation, making the shot list and knowing exactly what we need, it is sort of exactly what we envisioned. And Flip is the editor as well, which makes it really easy for me, because if Flip makes a cut, it is already like 99% of the film that it should be. Yeah, and then it's tweaking and nuance and sometimes playing around with it. But yeah, it was also pretty clear in a way. Boring, huh?
No, it makes complete sense. It's just fascinating because there's so many people I speak to that can talk about the dramatic changes that happen in the editing room, and sometimes it can be exactly what they imagined, you know, and there's no right or wrong, you know, there's no, in terms of the way it goes. Real quick before we run out of time, I do have to ask you an individual question. I'm a big fan of Kyle Mooney, and I believe you did Y2K, and I just have to ask, what can you tease about the project, and what was it like making it?
Okay, so Tim Heidecker and I play husband and wife in this, and he is so funny, and it was just so much fun. Him and Kyle Mooney have a very interesting relationship on set, and Tim torments him, and they're back and forth. I just laughed for all day long. It was really fun.
You paid to be there.
I paid to be there. It was easy. And everyone in it is so lovely. But mostly my stuff was with Tim, and Kyle was there. Just they do a bit of it on something online, bless you, where it's sort of like Tim's abusing him and Kyle takes it. And this is this skit they're constantly doing of him being abused, and it's so funny. So anyway, The behind the scenes were real fun.
I'm a big fan. Real last thing, is the film for sale here, Krazy House, or is it?
It is. Yeah.
So,
if you're interested,
I do not have the my bank account can't support that, but
That's honest.
Yeah, but I do really hope that it sells quick and that people can see it. And I really want to give a huge thank you to you guys for coming in, and again, a huge thank you to Film EO for being our sponsor. You can watch a lot more Sundance interviews on Collider. Thank you so much. You guys have a great fest.
Thanks,
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you.